Welcome, ladies, to the Become the One bonus call and Q&A. I'm so excited to have you here. If you want, join me on Zoom. You can participate and ask questions there. So if you signed up, you get to join on Zoom. Otherwise, you get to watch like this. Okay, so as I mentioned, we're gonna have also a Q&A, which I will address at the end. Yes, so I'm going to address the questions at the end. Make sure you note down any questions you have and also understanding questions you can drop in the during the live stream as well. Okay, let's get started. I'm just so excited to have you here, ladies. Okay, bonus call and Q&A today. So today you're going to learn how to be magnetic and get his forever commitment. Okay. So if you want to have the man being obsessed about you in a positive way, like he's thinking about you day and night, like he wants to be with you all the time, this is a good sign, right? And this leads to forever commitment. This is what you're going to learn today, how to be magnetic. That also includes how to be irresistible, how to be irreplaceable, and how to be irreplaceable, how to be irresistible. I have to take a note to have like a download now, what to share with you ladies today, and how to get his forever commitment. Okay, so I'm super excited. As you see here, my one-on-one clients, my group coaching clients, getting from not being able to get like a phone call, any sort of attention, to getting the ring, getting devotion, protection. Okay, so this stuff works. So make sure to take notes today and ask questions at the end. Okay. This is, for example, Diana. Yeah, she went from not being able to get any sort of crumbs even like a boyfriend girlfriend commitment to like a full commitment from a high value man who is like devoted, taking care of her. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Ellie Taylor, a dating and relationship coach. And I myself had issues with dating because I was a very typical high achieving woman. Okay, very high achieving. And I did all of the mistakes in dating because I basically was using the tools that we are taught in our professional life, in school, university, on dating. I was like trying really hard and it all backfired, as you can imagine. Yeah, it backfired extremely until I learned how to, how to do it. I learned how to date. I learned what kind of tools to use, and that become the most easy part of my life. I keep attracting males proposal that I didn't know which one to choose from. And then I decided to make this my passion to help women all over the world to attract a male's proposal. And I kind of developed a system out of that because I realized throughout these years that there are certain things that keep repeating. And I'm sharing with you one of those topics here. By the way, ladies, if you haven't watched the Become the One full masterclass from welcome call 1, 2, 3, you have to kind of like watch it because there are so many amazing tips and tricks in there for you as well. Okay, you get to take notes, you already get to apply this knowledge, and this is 3 tips and tricks for your knowledge, which work, okay, which proven work. So make sure to rewatch the other master classes as well. You can find it in the Become the One group, but you can also find it on YouTube. So I haven't taken it down. You can Google on my YouTube channel, Ellie Taylor Coaching, Become the One. And there are day 1, 2, and 3, like a whole day masterclass packed with so much knowledge and tips. Like usually in my live streams, I always give tips and tricks, but this is like fully packed with step-by-step process how you can attract your man's proposal. Okay. So let me share again. Okay, as you can see here, Diana, you already know her. And yeah, like this lady here, she was 70 years old when she came to me. She had low effort, 70, not 17, 70. Okay. She spent her whole life being mistreated by men, got like, nothing but crumbs, and was able to change her life. Okay. So you get to be magnetic. And again, I remember when she was like smiling at me and being like I have no competition. Like this man wants to be with me because she knew how to be irresistible. She knew how to be magnetic. She learned from me. Okay, so it doesn't matter your age, it doesn't matter your size, it doesn't matter your location. If you apply those tips, you're gonna be magnetic, and men will never forget. And they guys that you're dating and you actually didn't want them, they will also never forget. Like never, ever forget about you. Like I can guarantee you that. 1 second. Okay, and that's so fun. And another reason why it's so cool to be magnetic while dating is because um you get to make guys invest a lot in you. Like, one of my clients, Lucia, I actually also have a testimony from her on YouTube. You can also look for that. She also came to me not being able to like attract anything big from a guy, like, then if a guy called her or texted her was like a big thing. Now she is attracting the best treatment, business class flights, although she just met the guy. He's making effort, not one guy, multiple guys making effort to fly like throughout the whole globe to see her because she is living in a country where, she can't really, she doesn't really have much options to date. But she knows how to make guys now do so much for her. And she right now has the options. Who do I want to choose? Guys are high effort, guys invest a lot. And who do I want to choose? And this is fun. I love seeing my clients in this situation. And I want to see you in this situation where you are like so magnetic that, first of all, your self-esteem rises higher than the moon. Yeah, that you're like, yes, I'm a queen. Of course I'm wanted. Of course I'm desired. Of course I am hot stuff. Yeah, there's nothing worse than a woman hanging out with a guy, keep abandoning her, rejecting her. That's not good for your self-esteem. Yeah, it's not good. We are, as women, we are not meant to be rejected. Like, what is that? So no more running behind a guy. Okay, you have to promise me this if you're watching this video. And I want to see you as my other clients, first of all, being wanted. Secondly, being so desired that a man, not every man is available for that, okay? So not every man is available, but available men, there are available men out there available for commitment, available for providing, where available men propose, want to be with you. You are so magnetic. You can't imagine a life without you. Like, you are irreplaceable. Okay. And I want you to be this woman, irreplaceable. You get to be irreplaceable for your king, for your man. Unforgettable, irreplaceable, like this the deep security of like, yes, I'm the one. And of course. And the third point, of course, being able to lean back. We're going to be talking about leaning back later. You being able to lean back and just knowing that He's always there. He's always coming to see me. He's always there. And again, not every man is a man. There are also boys out there who just want to play around and are unavailable for any sort of commitment providing. Just call you when they're bored because they want a booty. I'm not talking about those guys. Okay. So this can still happen to you when you're dating and applying this knowledge. I'm not talking about those guys. Like those guys, they are guys, they are baby boys. We're talking about men ready to protect, provide, ready to commit. Okay. They want this behavior and they're going to be magnetized by this behavior. Yeah. So sometimes we can't make a frog into a prince. We just have to choose the prince. Let me see what you're saying in the comments. Okay. All right. Let's get to the second point. See my notes here. Yeah, all of that happened because my clients become magnetic. So proposal after proposal, like magnetism is one big step towards that. I'm, by the way, obsessed about this topic, magnetism, because you also can use it in like other life areas, but let's stay with this topic here. Okay, so this bonus call is for you if you want to be magnetic to a man, yeah, and if you want him to reach out to you, if you want him to invest in you, and if you want his energy to come towards you, always, and if you want him to propose basically forever, okay? So a man will only propose when he feels like he's the one who takes initiative, who he's the one who is wanting to be with you. Like there should be a percentage of like 90%. He should 90% be coming towards you, and he will only do this if you're magnetic. By the way, ladies watching on Facebook, if you want to join, there is a Zoom link in the Facebook group. Join me on Zoom, okay? Then you get to ask questions, interact better. I'm also live on Zoom. Okay. So yeah, so a man will propose when he is magnetized by you, and when you lean back and his energy comes towards you 90%. I want you to imagine like taking steps, okay? So it's like in 1 minute, no, then maybe not 1 minute. Okay, in 1 minute, you take one step, and in 1 minute, he takes 9 steps towards you. Okay, so this is what leaning back means. You're not completely doing nothing, but it's like only 10%, and we will be talking about this later. You will understand. Even if it doesn't make sense now, it's fine. Give me a few more minutes. But he has to be coming towards you with calling, texting, asking you out, investing in your time, energy, and money, wanting you to be with him. And again, this only happens when you're magnetic, you lean back, and he's the right man. He's a man. He's available for that. Okay, so that's another point. And then bam, you have your Mills proposal. It's not that hard. I promise you. I've got so many clients who went from not being able to get a call from a guy to being like treated like a queen with like a red carpet, business class flights, best vacations, having multiple proposals to choose from. Like this is the next level embodiment. And I mean, this is your most important decision of your life, right? Like, who am I gonna marry? And even if you're 70 years old, it's still your most important decision of your life because it's the person you live with, the person you sleep next to, the person you share your life with, right? And if you are younger, if you're in your 30s, for example, you still want to have kids, it's still the most important decision of your life, who you will marry. And magnetism will help you because you will just have so many more options to choose from. You get to choose the top 1% men. Of course, you get to choose the best man for yourself. Okay, let's continue to the teaching. So let me know if this is the problems that you are facing. You can find Affluent Millionaire Man. If this is your problem, go back to day 1 of the Become the One Masterclass. Top 1% men fizzle out. It's day 2. Millionaires don't invest and don't propose to you. Okay. It's mostly on day 3 of the Become the One Masterclass. You get to rewatch that. And today we kind of like gonna face all of them. Yeah. Because when you're magnetic, men will stick around. And when you lean back, men will invest more. And all of that leads to a proposal. Like, unfortunately, I would love to just give you one tip and then you get the proposal. But unfortunately, it takes a little bit more tips and implementation. And the good news is you still get to have it. Yeah, you still get to have it. It's just there are a few things to learn. Okay. Just like when you're making a salad, which is like really yummy. Of course, you could just take the leaves, but a really yummy salad has tomatoes, it has also paprika, it has cucumber. They're just multiple ingredients, and this makes like a perfect salad. Okay, so let me know in the comments which issue you are facing. Like, can you find millionaire men or not? And if you find them, do they stick around or do they disappear after first date? Yeah. And if they stick around, do they just waste your time or do they actually propose and invest in you? Okay, which issue are you having? Let me know in the comments. They don't invest. You have to watch day 3. Yeah, but also today is also gonna be helpful to you. Yeah, can find them day 1, day 1 of the masterclass. After this or tomorrow, watch it. Okay. But once you become more magnetic, yeah, men will also feel more attracted to you. They will just like ask you on the street to talk to you, to go out with you. And men invest usually when they feel magnetized to you and you lean back. Yeah, and if they have to access to you, you set high standards. So that's why watch also day 3, yeah, for that. Okay. So today these are the 3 pillars to get your million's proposal. Okay, number 1, abundant mindset. Again, we've been talking day 1 about it. Like, you have to be a match to a millionaire. If you don't have the abundant mindset and energy, a millionaire will not even feel like wanting to hang out with you. Okay, I hear you. But that's a limiting belief. Like, someone says, men used to be very attracted to me, but I'm older now and they don't notice me anymore. Yeah, ladies, I have a lot of younger clients who are like in their 20s and they're like, yeah, men notice me, but they just want to take advantage of me. They just want to use me for intimacy and sex. So that's not really nice anyways. Like, we have to be able to create that magnetism, which leads anyways to true commitment. Like, even a woman who is in her 20s, let's say, she cannot kind of like skip this step because she will only get some booty calls. Yeah, so the magnetism connecting to a man's heart is really the key to commitment. Oh, someone said I'm in my 20s, but my family telling me that I'm older to get married. Like, please don't listen to your family. This is not true. I have clients who are 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 getting married to millionaires. Actually, if in fact, if you want to get married to a millionaire, it is an advantage if you're older because guess what? Most men who are millionaires, they are not 21. They are about 40, 45. Yeah. And if you're in your 20s, you don't want to have a too big gap, right? Like, sorry, ladies, but like I'm gonna answer a little bit questions here because it's also a Q&A. So if you're in your 20s, you don't want to have a too big gap. I don't know exactly early or late 20s, but like 7 years, 5 to 10 years is like a good gap usually. So if a man is like 35, he might not be multimillionaire yet, yeah. So actually it is an advantage to be older if you want to have a millionaire. And there are so many men you can marry. I'm seeking matchmaker first. There are an average man, and whenever I like a person, he rejects me. Oh, that's not good. We have to look into that. why he rejects you. Usually it's like not a vibrational match. Okay. Either emotionally or from the abundant mindset. So do you know why they reject you? Did you ever ask? Most men don't approach me. I don't know if they're not interested or just fear of rejection. Um, hmm. Are you smiling at those men? Like, are you smiling generally? Like, what are you looking at? Like, how do you look? Do you look at your phone all the time or do you smile when you walk down the street? Yeah, men approach you, especially these days, men are afraid. Men approach you when a woman is smiling and looking at them, and then she looks away eventually. This is like an energetic invitation. Honestly, these days, because most men are used to masculine women, men are afraid. Yeah, they especially in like the Western countries, they really are afraid. So sometimes just like approaching them, not in a masculine way, but like asking for direction, something like this, is a good idea. Yeah. I'm all about feminine energy, but these days men really are afraid. They're like, you know, no, not smiling. Yeah, that's the reason you have to smile. Like if you, oh, I have to tell you ladies something. I was in the park like about like 2 weeks ago. Yeah. And then I was working also a little bit on my phone because I can, work on my phone too. I'm talking to my Telegram client, stuff like that, just enjoying the sun. It was like a nice park. And then one of my girlfriends called me and she's just so funny. Like she made me laugh all the time. Like I was just like this all the time, like really like having such a big smile. And I had my headphones in like this, You couldn't really tell I was talking with someone on the phone. I had my headphones in because I had also my hair open like this. And I was like smiling all the time. I didn't mean to like, attract any guys. Like I literally didn't because I was talking to my girlfriend on the phone. And she was like talking and she was like so funny. Like this girl just cracks you up. You have no idea. Like every single, not only men, women, kids, they're like smiling back, trying to talk to me. I'm like, what's happening here? This was like unintentionally. I was just talking to my friend and men think I'm flirting with them. So maybe you can try this too. Talking to a friend who's funny or listening to something funny. Because I get it. It can be like weird to just like stare at a guy that you like and like smile at them. You're like, hi, like I get it. You have to like be really confident to do it. But if you listen to something funny, you will naturally have like a smile and people and men will approach you more. And even we women brief some men think we are flirting. Yes, this is so funny that you say this. It's true. But only if we have an open energy, only if we have like an open soft energy. The truth is, if I'm really angry, I'm like looking at my phone, or I'm just like having this tight energy. Men can smell this too. They would never like I can see this even like stranger men on the street when I have tight energy because I'm stressed, I'm like about to do something, I'm just like thinking. No man would ever, or people just don't approach me. But when I have like this light energy of like just enjoying myself, people are just magnetized by that. Yeah, so um note it down. People are just so magnetized by that. Yeah. By the way, dear, you told me I got here a beautiful compliment about my dress. Thank you so much. You're so sweet. Yes, and ladies on Facebook, feel free to join on Zoom. There's a link in the group. I am worried if I'm always smiling and friendly, the desperate men will latch onto me and not leave me alone because I've had desperate men not leave me alone before. You've got a point. Desperate men will also latch on you. even faster than the confident one. But you know what? Only because you are magnetic, it doesn't mean you don't have boundaries. Yeah, we're not going to be covering boundaries here in detail, but I want you to imagine this. Like you're a beautiful flower, like this flower is so beautiful. And imagine that like some flies want to go into this and sit on the flower. Some bees want to sit on the flower. And then there are some butterflies sitting on the flower. And this flower, she only likes butterflies. She doesn't like any she doesn't like um this flower, like for my Facebook friends. This flower doesn't like any bees, even. Okay, maybe she likes bees, it's for her survival, but like this flower doesn't like any flies, and she can't do anything about it because she's like purely feminine, pure feminine people. They don't have boundaries. Um, yeah. But when you know how to have boundaries and you know how to say no, then that's not a problem. You just simply say no, thank you. I appreciate you asking, but no, thank you. There is nothing like, oh, he doesn't leave me alone. What is that? I don't know what country you're living in, but if you're living in a country that has some safety standards, what do you do? What you're gonna do is you say no, thank you. If he doesn't go away, you use your hand. You say no, thank you, go away. If he doesn't go away, you use your feet. You just walk away yourself. And if he doesn't go away, then you scream. That's why I'm always telling you, ladies, to be in public places, not meeting with any guy anywhere private, unless he's like committed and you know him for months and you're bad at him. And if screaming doesn't help, no strangers come to help, which they will, you call the police. Okay, so there's nothing like he doesn't leave me alone. Like, what's that? You're like, no, thank you, don't talk to me anymore. I actually had an incident recently. I was sitting in a train and I think I had my magnetism vibe on, honestly, because it was just so weird. People like men were trying to sit next to me and I didn't get it first because I didn't put a reservation. Oh, usually I reserve my seat. Okay, usually I reserve my seat and then all is well, but I didn't. I didn't do it this time. And then I was thinking they reserved it where I was sitting. So I think I moved twice or three times. I was like, okay, like I guess it's your seat. I'm just moving. The fourth time it happened, I was like, what's going on? Like, why those people want to sit next to me? And then I actually asked the guy, I was like, is this your seat? Did you reserve it too? Because like, only few people reserve. And like, no, I just want to sit next to you. I'm like, here, the whole train is empty. You can sit there. Like, okay, I'm going. And then he went away. It was just like, yeah, he wanted to sit next to me. But what does it mean he doesn't leave you alone? No. You can tell them no. When I block him, then he takes me on a different social media. Yet then block him on a different social media too. I keep blocking desperate men. He will use a different account to text me. Like, if you talk about, like, why do you even give the man your social media? You should have a separate phone with a separate phone number just for dating. And then if a guy is like rude, mean, weird, then you just block him on the separate phone. They like, why you ladies give so much from you? No, they should not know your real name. They should not know your social media. They should not know even like your real phone number. Get a fake phone number and a second phone. Okay. Ellie, I'm just manifesting just to be like you. You beautiful. Oh, thank you. Why are you so sweet? Ladies, you are just so sweet. I love hanging out with you here. Why are you so sweet? This is just thank you. I fully received that. Yeah. And it's true. Desperate men will come around, but you have the power to say no to them, okay? So don't worry about this. Learn about boundaries, which is like saying no. No, thank you. You know the song from Ariana Grande, Thank You Next? Learn it by heart. And oh, there's another song that's even better. Um, what's the singer's name? But it's a song goes like this. My name is no. My number is no. Um, something else like my name is no, my number is no, my thing is no. You've got to let it go. Like, you know the song, listen to it. Okay. You ladies are like amazing. Ladies, I don't know. Oh, Ellie, I don't know why I get upset when I see the proposals of average men. You mean like they propose to you? Trainer, no, yes, 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 yes. This is the song. Amazing. Thank you for jumping in. Yes, this is the song. Megan Trainer, no. Exactly. So I don't know why you get upset. Maybe because you feel like you want a millionaire. Maybe that's why you're upset, and you feel like, oh, again, a broke man wants to marry me. I have given my mother's number to matchmaker. Yeah, maybe you should give your own number. Is it possible? Oh, you give your mother's number. You said, I'm fed up of attracting average men. Yes, like, no, they're not for you if you're here. They're not for you. Absolutely. So if you want an abundant man, go to day one. And also, dear, like you told me how old you are. I think you said you're 25, right? What age group you're looking into? Yes, you deserve more. What age group you're dating? Like how old are the guys? Because it is like for ladies that are in their 20s, okay, um, age group would be like 5 to 10 years the older is good for you. But again, if a guy is building by himself without parents' support, he's actually um he's actually not gonna be a millionaire yet. Not all of them. There are guys who are already millionaire by 30, 35. But usually a man who builds by himself without parents' support gets millionaire about 40, 45. That is why my clients who are in their 30s have it easier, or even 40s, 50s. So when you are in your 20s and you want someone closer to your age, then I would definitely go for a guy who is like, good educated, already has a high income. Ellie, I have manifested my result effortlessly by attending to free masterclasses. Great. Yes, keep attending, keep learning even more. I love that. But let me finish the other sentence. If you're in your 20s, okay, you have the option to either date someone who is like 15 years older, 20 years older, which I don't fully recommend. It's good for now, but like imagine you are 45 and then he's 65. That's later you will see the gap. Right now, maybe not, because he's still like fit and good and you're too. Yeah. Or you have to really dig deep for a guy who is a millionaire because of his parents, because he had support from his dad. Yeah. Or the third option is, which I think is the best option, is you go for a man who by age 30, let's say you're 25, by age 30, let's say you are 25 and you want someone who is like 30, right? Then I would go for a guy, and this is already top 1%. Like we talk about top 1% because usually if a guy is by his age 30, top 1% of his like same age guys, he's gonna be a millionaire. Okay, let's say maybe he already is a millionaire, but not a multimillionaire. He just has like 600K in assets. Yeah. Somewhere invested in a house or something. He already has like at least a master degree and a really good job, or he has like a company. But you can tell compared to his peers, he is already advanced, then I think it's still a good choice. Okay. So most of my clients are in the 30s, 40s. That's why I can easily say date millionaires, because men in the 40s are millionaires usually. But a guy who's 30, he still has 10 years to build. Okay. So if you're 25, go for top 1% men and compare him to his peers. Don't compare him to 40, 45, 50-year-old men. When you're 45, what age should you go for? So if you're 45, it kind of like depends a little bit. Yeah. Would you say you look older or younger for your age? But if you're 45, you're kind of like, you look younger. Yeah, then maybe a guy who's also 45, same age, is good. Or even 5 years older maximum. Yeah. Usually I tell my clients over 50, like, you're not 50 yet, I know, but like over 50, you can go like for same age guys, or even like a little bit younger or older. It doesn't really matter much anymore. Because men around 50, they reach their peak of like financially, psychologically, spiritually, they reach their peak. And then they can catch up with you. So that doesn't make a difference. But if you are under 50, you are like in your 30s, mid or early 40s, it's good. It's good to go for an older guy. Yeah, so if you're 45 and you look younger than that, then maybe go for a guy who's 45. That's a good match. So men in the 40s can be wealthy. I expect men in the 40s to be wealthy. If in his 40s he isn't wealthy, then this is a hopeless situation. If a guy is 30 years old and he already has 500K saved, he has a good degree, a good job, he's gonna build more. But if he's 40 years old and he doesn't have anything, like, no, no, like this is really no, 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 no. Then how did he look like in his 30s, 20s? He probably was just partying the whole day. Or the worst thing is, ladies, when guys in the 40s tell my clients, we can make it. I'm gonna start building now. And I'm like, what did you do in your 20s and 30s? Like, dude, no. This is not a potential. A potential is a 25-year-old guy who already has his master and saved up a few stocks, and this is a potential. A 30-year-old who already, but like a 40-year-old who doesn't has wealth is not a potential. Like, he's out. If he has only 1 million and he wants to go into 2, 3 millions, fine for me. But if he has nothing, like, no, 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 no. What are the 3 qualities of a high vibrational match for women? So, you have to be a vibrational match of the man that you want to be with. Okay. I talk about this in my Become the One Masterclass Day 1. Actually, give me 1 second. I'm gonna go live again on Facebook. I lost the connection. But yeah, let's just continue. If you have any more questions, let me know in the chat. Otherwise, we will continue with the teachings here, because I have 2 points to share with you, ladies. But about the vibrational match. So the vibrational match with an affluent man, you have to have an abundant mindset, okay? Abundant mindset basically means that you feel like you have overflowing of time, energy, and money. And if you have to have an abundant mindset and a feminine energy, which means that you are able to receive the time, energy, and money while being. This thing is so easy, but it's so freaking hard for high achieving women. You know how addicted I was to working, and I only felt deserving to have money, whatever, when I was working hard. I literally, years ago, I took coaching to be able to receive $10 payment from a guy on a date. Not payment, but like he paid for it was like a drink or something. I was like, oh my God, I didn't work hard for it. Like, I was so addicted. So abundant mindset and sense of you being able to receive through being, okay? And you are having an embodiment of good emotions. Like, do I have it here? I think I don't. Maybe I do. Let me, because most millionaires, top 1% men, they're embodied here in like passion, empowerment, freedom. Okay. And you have to be there too. You have to live in those emotions. If you're all the time in desperation, fear, and grief, then you've got some inner work to do, which, I offer in my group coaching courses. It's not only good for attracting a good man, it's also good for you to have a positive life. 1 second, I'm going live on Facebook. No, yeah, let me see the comments. Is a millionaire man who has a net worth of 1 million or more, or an income of 1 million per year? Millionaire man is actually a man who has a net worth of 1 million of 1 million. Yes, this is a millionaire man, what I consider it. If he has an income of 1 million, if he lives in Germany, he has an income of 500,000, by the way, because of taxes. So yeah, an income, like how much does he spend per month? Maybe he spends all of his money, then he's broke. If he spends all of his money, then he's still broke. He has to have a net worth. Okay. Okay, we're going again live on Facebook. Hello, ladies. Live on Facebook again for the Q&A. You get to join on Zoom as well. Look for the link. Okay. What questions should you ask if you meet them online to know if they have any potential? Oh, number one, what you're looking for. Okay. If a man tells you, I'm looking for whatever comes my way, delete him. I don't know what I'm looking for. Delete him. Let's see, let's go with the flow. Delete him. You know why? When you are sitting in the car, or let's say even a cab, and you tell the cab driver, let's just go with the flow. Do you think you will ever reach, like, let's say you want to go to the airport, or you just like, you set into a car or into a cab and you're like, yeah, let's just go with the flow. Who does that? Yeah. Like, who does that? Like, you will never reach anything if you just go with the flow. So if he says, like, I don't know what I want, like, just delete him. Second question you ask is, about his job. Like, what is he doing? Yeah. So, what is he doing? And if he's having a good job, that's a good sign. The rest you will figure out in the conversation. Can we attract a man without taking an action like dating? Attracting anything, manifesting anything takes energy. So being a vibrational match, like setting up the GPS. Okay. Oh, by the way, I didn't finish the other question. I got distracted. So a man has to say, I'm looking for a long-term relationship or marriage. Then you can date him. It's fine. And the second question is about his job. If he has like a good job, it's fine. If he has a job that's like, I don't know, driving truck, he's probably not going to be a millionaire, like very highly not. Okay, can we attract a man without taking action like dating? So it's always a two-step, okay? It's always a two-step. Action without, results without action, not true. You have to take action. But there's a difference between massive action and aligned action. So 2 steps is like the first step is always energy. And this is what I start with all of my one-on-one clients, energy first. And what is energy? It means that when you sit into the car, you also, not only the guy, know where you're going to. You are going to, if you are sitting in New York City, you want to go to Canada, you go to Canada. You put in the navigation system, your Google Maps, you put Canada. Okay, that's the energy. And it's not enough to say, I want a marriage proposal. That's not enough. You have to have the energy embodied, like already feeling like it already happened, already feeling like you're being with this top 1% men. Yeah, you have to. This is what I do with my one-on-one clients too. We kind of like create visions and embodiment practices, and they start feeling, breathing, eating like it already happened, like literally. And then it happens, and then I remind my clients, I'm like, see, you are the creator. And then every time they feel like, oh, what if this millionaire goes away? I'm like, excuse me, you created it with your energy and action. Okay, so that was the energy part, the vibrational match, like living, breathing like it already happened. And then taking action is still important. You hire a matchmaker, you go out, smile at men, you go on a dating app, you go on a date. Okay, so this is still important. Both are important. It's true, men fall for looks very first time. Yes, but it's only, they don't fall really. It's only like the first step. A man will never ask you on a date if he doesn't feel attracted to you. Men are just like this. Okay. So it's like the first step. Yes, if you're dating, you're trying to attract a man, please take a little bit care of you. Not like overly, you don't have to like change much, but like shower, maybe you can put some makeup on, like a nice dress or something like that. It does help, but it's only the first step. Okay. Being magnetic, knowing how to date, knowing how to communicate, is 90% of the success. Okay, any other questions? Does obesity affect your magnetic energy? So I had clients who were overweight a lot and they still attracted a male proposal. I actually have a testimony on the that I was showing you. One of the lady was actually obese. So it does attract, it is possible for you to attract a man, but you will probably attract a man who is also overweight. Yeah. So if you're okay with that, then I'm okay with that too. You know, people attract each other who are a good match. So if you are obese and you don't, go to the gym, you will most likely attract someone who is like this too. Like there are also millionaires who are overweight and they're looking for overweight women because then they can be overweight together, you know. So yeah, but for all of you ladies who are trying to lose weight, if you are trying to lose weight, don't make it an excuse that no, only then I can get a millionaire. No, no, you can already now be with one, and meanwhile you can lose weight. And if you're looking to lose weight, look into low carb, carnivore kind of like diets, intermittent fasting. Yeah, that will really help. Okay, if you want something in your partner, you have to become the version of that. Yes, I love that. This is like the best sentence I've ever heard. Like, you just summarized my whole teaching. Like, I think I'm just gonna quote you. Like, can I quote you? Like, quote from beautiful Sarah. Yes, exactly. So that is why we have day one, abundant mindset. It does not mean you have to have $1 million on your bank account. But if your energy and mindset is a vibrational match to a millionaire, you're gonna have that. Universe, God will give this to you through this man because you attract who you are. If you are in scarcity, like there's not enough money out there. Okay, did you ever seen like a woman of a very wealthy man feeling like super scared and like trying to work hard and like hustling and like running around doing whatever she's like trying to survive? Did you ever see it? No, right? And you might be thinking, oh yeah, it's because she got this millionaire, that's why she doesn't do it. If I had this millionaire, then I wouldn't do it this way too. Guess what? It's a chicken and egg thing. She probably already felt abundant and that's why she got this millionaire. Okay, so yes, we attract in someone who we are. And if you want someone, if you are yourself overweight, then you like to eat a lot of sugar and stuff like this, then you will attract someone who has the same diet, you know. Oh, please, ladies, I cannot take this limiting beliefs anymore. I heard people say because I'm overweight, men will think that I'm hookup material, not relationship category. No, that has nothing to do with the other one. No, you have no idea how many clients I have, like young, beautiful, and they only experience hookup offers, no commitment offers, because they don't know those three pillars: how to be abundant, how to communicate right, and how to have relationship skills. So those things make the difference. The overweight part, um, yeah, will minimize your choices when it comes to, like, guys who are fit and going to the gym, eating like only, I don't know what they're eating, like salad with chicken, whatever they're eating. Um, because he just wants someone who has similar lifestyle. Yeah. So yes, like they will probably not choose you, but that's just like people just also choose each other who are similar to each other. Yes, exactly. Like you have to act like a millionaire's wife life. Yes, exactly. Exactly. You're just like so on point. I love that. Yes. Okay, let me just try to get into some um teachings. Actually, we can, still live. Yes, we are. Okay, let me just, okay, let's go to the teachings part again. Because I have two things I want to share with you today, ladies. Now we spent a lot of time with chatting, but that's fine. It was supposed to be a Q&A call. Okay, so as you see here, a vibrational match is also a woman who is connected to her emotions and body. Yeah, you become magnetic when you're focused on self, but when you're also connected to your emotions and body. You heard me talk about this before. Because when you are connected to your emotions and to your body, this is what a man cannot get from his friends, and you become magnetic. One problem that I had when I learned about this was that when I connected to my emotions, it was all fear and grief, desperation, powerlessness, unworthiness. And guess what? If I was connected to fear, I would attract men who are like wounded, right? So for me, the better option was to be the numbed masculine woman who didn't have any emotions, because at least, you know, I would attract those wounded men. But this is not the solution. If you want to attract a man's proposal, you have to be embodied in joy, appreciation, passion, and freedom. And I can tell you, ladies, that was like one of the most difficult things for me to do. And I'm so proud of it, that I was able to change my embodiment from fear to love and empowerment. And honestly, I don't even care about the guys. I did it for me. Because you know how amazing life is when you can feel love, freedom, and empowerment the whole day? And I had to do my inner work, okay? Which again, I'm offering in my group coachings, in my one-on-one with my courses. Everything is stuff with inner work. But basically, I had to release beliefs, limiting beliefs. I had to release trauma. I had to release conditionings to start having an empowered life. And I hired coaches, I hired healers, and I was really young when I did it, like it was years ago, but I was really young and I didn't really have the money for it. But I literally was like, I have to feel good, regardless of the guy or not, regardless of what men I attract. I want to be happy. I want to be empowered. I want to feel joy the whole day. And I believe it was possible for me. And with the help of the right coaches and healers, I was able to reach it. And guess what? Having the embodiment of like positivity plus abundant mindset is magnetic to millionaires. And then I attracted millionaire after millionaire. Okay. So I want you to connect to your feelings. If you can connect to feelings of empowerment, love, you're generally having good mood, great. I'm happy for you. And I'm happy for you. And this is amazing. But if you're connecting to negative feelings, which are whenever you try to connect to your body, your feelings, you feel fear, you are just anxious, then you really have to do your inner work. Yeah, like you can't just skip that. And I'm here to help you through different ways. Ladies, you can put any questions in the comments now. Yeah, I will continue a little bit with the teaching and then I will go back to your questions. Okay. And ladies on Facebook, you can also join on Zoom to ask the questions. So put all the questions in the comments. I will answer, but I will do a little bit of teaching now, okay? And then we will go back to the questions. So yeah, these are the 3 pillars for you to attract male's proposal. Abundant mindset, you have to be a vibrational match, positive mindset, communication, relationship skills. Today's part is part of communication, where we're going to be talking about magnetism, which is connected to your body and emotions, and leaning back. We're going to be talking about this quickly. Not too long because we spent so much time chatting already. Okay. Yes, communication is so important. So even if you're a beautiful woman and men want to like take you on a million first dates, you have to know how to communicate to get a proposal. Okay. So again, connect to your feelings. We talked about it, and connect to your body. This is magnetic. Imagine a imagine a 5-year-old girl playing in the sand, just like enjoying herself playing with the dolls. It's magnetic. You're naturally gonna watch. You're gonna be like, wow, she's having fun. Or like a 5-year-old girl just dancing to some music. She's fully in her body. She's feeling positive emotions. This is the honey. This is what you are bringing to the table. This is magnetic, especially to empower top 1% millionaires. Yeah. Men who reach the point of being millionaires, they also have to be in those areas here. Okay. These are the healthy men. If a guy is himself insecure, in grief and fear, he's going to be attracted to you when you are in fear. Like, again, like attracts like. But a healthy, abundant, affluent man who is following his passions, he has businesses, he has a job, he's like things going for him, he's going to be magnetized by positivity. Okay. So I want you to be aware of that. Yeah, that the right man will be magnetized by you at this point. Okay, so this is the emotional part. And again, if you have issues feeling good, then reach out to me. Like, I need you to get into my group coaching, and I need you to like do really deep inner work to be able to become magnetic, because there's no point you connect to your feelings, and because you're so sad about whatever you're sad about, you start crying on a date. Yeah. A healthy masculine man, unfortunately, will not date you. It's so sad, but it's just the truth. Because a healthy masculine man wants a empowered, healthy woman. Just like a top 1% woman, like imagine you're just like having fun the whole day. You're not gonna listen to this. I actually had one of family members going through a breakup. And yes, I talked to her, I listened to her, and I was able to help her. And then she was like, your clients are always like this? Like they're always going through painful things. I'm like, no, my clients, I get them into positivity. Like, because like attracts like. I'm positive and I'm attracting those clients. But before I was fully embodied in this, it's always like this. It's with clients, it's with friends, it's with men, it's just always like this. But before, when I very, very, very first started my coaching career, admittedly, 2019, 2020, I wasn't fully embodied yet. Although I was already attracting millionaires, but I wasn't fully embodied into this like pure positivity, high emotions, and I was like the clients I was attracting was also so different. So it has effect on all of your life areas, positive effect. I think if before a relationship I'm feeling anxious and lonely, I will soon feel the same way during the relationship. The man didn't change my internal problems. Bingo. This is just, yes, I'm signing. Yes, the man didn't change your internal problems. And in fact, I have to say this now. When I have clients who are having anxiety about money, and they're telling me, because they're not in abundant mindset, they're in lack mindset. And they're like, I want a millionaire so that I can feel abundant. And I'm like, no, we are making inner work first. And they're like, why? Can I not just like skip it? I just get a millionaire, then I will feel abundant. And I'm like, because give it 3 months to 1.5 years, you're gonna be back where you are right now. Because this external abundance of this guy will make you maybe abundant for a few months. But if you didn't do the inner work, if we didn't fix the childhood traumas that you have around money, which I had, for example, like it was always scarcity around money, I had to fix that. If you didn't fix the beliefs around money, and really dig deep to kind of like change the roots of the problem, this guy will maybe make you abundant for a month or two if you can get one. Sometimes it happens, but you're gonna be back. Either you will be, even though with the millions, you will feel like super anxious, or you will actually, yeah, sabotage the relationship. So that is why, like, I have clients who are not in abundant mindset yet. Like, I'm always getting them into my Calling Your Millionaire course, which is like a money mindset course. And in my coachings, then they start having the abundant mindset, and then this is sustainable. Yeah, sustainable wealth. It's just like people who get the lottery. We all dream about like getting the lottery, right? Like, and then guess what happens? They're like happy, happy, abundant. A few months later, a few years later, they're broke again because they didn't do the inner work. They didn't change the beliefs. They didn't change the trauma. They didn't change the conditioning. They didn't change the roots. It's like cutting grass. You cut the grass, you didn't change the roots, the grass will grow again. Same thing is with abundant mindset. And just sharing with you ladies, between us, I am right now every day grateful that I'm right now embodied in abundance, that I know no matter what I do, I'm gonna have the money. The money is here to support me. The money for whatever desire I have is here to support me. I can rely on that because I have made this my new root. I exchanged the root of poverty from my family into the root of abundance. And I know no matter what I'm doing, with a guy, without a guy, with a man providing, without a man, with this business, without this business, the money is here. Yeah. And that is something that is my new norm. And no man, if he's abundant or even broke, can change that because we have to do the inner work first. Yeah. Yes, it's fun for a few months and then you need this again. We end up with the same problem. Absolutely. Like it's just a little bit of a distraction, but it's not solving the problem long term. No, no. So I would love to say something else to you, but this is just the truth. I'm not here to just like be like, oh, my client has a proposal, like, oh, now great, and then I don't care what's happening next. No, this is not what I want. I want you to have sustainable happiness and love. I was getting the men like same packages with different names. Exactly. This happens because you keep attracting the same pattern, and then you have to do the inner work to attract a different pattern. Yes. Okay, let me just quickly finish the teaching, and then I can go back to the questions. Okay, and the second part of being magnetic is, yeah, connecting to your five senses: touch, smell, seeing, eating, hearing. That's important. But the second part is that I want you to lean back. Okay, so once you got him hooked, he's like tasting the honey. He's like, I like it. This girl, I love being around her. I feel like a man. I feel alive. I feel like she's just like special. She makes me feel alive. You have no idea how many times I hear this from my one-on-one clients when they started applying this knowledge, that the man actually is saying something like, you are so especially millionaire men. That is why even I have, by the way, I have clients who come to me who don't even want a man. Like, I just want a good man. What do they end up getting? A multimillionaire. Because it's just, if you're a top 1% woman, he's gonna be a match to you. And then the guys are saying to my clients, you're just so special. You make me feel alive. You make me feel like a man. You make me feel, you know, you're just irresistible. They're literally using those words. Yeah, it's just so beautiful to see. Okay, what else you need to be? What else you need to be magnetic is leaning back and make him miss you. So once he tasted the honey and he likes it, you know how like Diana was saying in the picture, like he liked it, so he put a ring on it. Yes. Once he liked it, you lean back. Yeah, you lean back means that you focus on yourself. You date others if you're single. If you're in a relationship, let's say you decided to be boyfriend, girlfriend, which I don't recommend. If you did, you focus on your friends, family, and hobbies. Okay. And you create space between you two. You don't focus on him, like being in the camera, like, oh, what are you doing the whole day? What are you doing? No, you don't focus on him, you focus on yourself. Feminine energy means that the energy is flowing within you. It's like a circle. Masculine energy, the energy is like going out. Okay, like going out. So you focus on yourself and you create the space where he starts to miss you and he wants to be with you because he's obviously missing his honey. Yeah. And this is the magnetic point of attraction where he's like wanting to be with you because he feels so good because you are embodying those positive emotions. And if there is space, he's like, he wants to close that space. And you don't take any steps, maybe one step, but 9 steps he has to take. How does it look like? He will call, he will text, he will plan dates, he will, of course, pay for the dates. And you create so much space. And he's like trying to close it. Again, he's like taking on a date. You create so much space. That's why I love circular dating, because you create space. You're like, you want to be with me or not? I don't care. I don't give a, you know what? There's space. And he has to close it. Okay. You don't call, you don't text, you focus on yourself. After, especially after he has tasted the honey, the magnetism of you, you being in your body, you being in your emotions. Okay, let me know, ladies, if this makes sense, if you have any questions around this leaning back part. You know what's really hard in this? If a woman actually really likes the guy, if you really like the guy, you might be like, I really like him. I want to be with him 24/7. That's tricky. Still, if you're dating, once per week date is enough. Don't go over it. If you're in a relationship, boyfriend, girlfriend, 1 hour per day, quality time is enough. Don't go over it, even less. Create space and trust that, like, imagine there's like a rubber band. Do I have a rubber band here? No. Like, imagine there's a rubber band, just like stretching, just create the space. He will close it. And if he isn't, then he isn't interested in you fully. Yeah, you don't want that guy. Like, guys are lazy. If a woman comes towards them, he's gonna be taking it like, oh, that's easy. You came driving to me. I'm gonna take it. Oh, you're giving up your intimacy before commitment? No, I'm gonna take it. Yes, guys are lazy, okay? So they're gonna take it. But he's not gonna propose to you only because you call and text and drive to him. He will not give it back. Like he will not do anything. So this is the only way. Okay, if he really likes you and he's available, that's another part. Some men are just like really focused on their career, they're just not available. Some men are like going through a divorce or whatever they're going through, midlife crisis, whatever he's going through, he's not gonna be available. Okay. But when you lean back and make the space, he will ask you out again, ask you out again. Why do I tell you, ladies, to not say yes to a man exclusivity before engagement? Because you create space. It's a requirement of entry. You create space. And he's like, but I want to be with her. Okay, it takes a ring. It takes a full commitment. Am I available for that? No? Okay, he's out. Yes? Here you have the ring. And then you have your marriage proposal. Congratulations. I think I was leaning back too much and they told me I'm not interested in them. Well, who told you that? First of all, when a man is coming towards you, when you lean back, that's why we have this 90 to 10%. Do you count the 10%? You know, what that means is like, if he calls you, do you pick up? If he texts you, do you text back? So you do have to text back. You do have to pick up, you know, you're not gonna ghost the guy. Are you warm and open when he calls? But only insecure men will say that, oh, you're not interested, why didn't you call me? Like, this is just really ridiculous. A masculine man who really wants to be with you, who is empowered, will close the gap. Where's the right balance? How often should you call them or message them? Is never too little. You never call or message a guy. You only answer. You answer the call, you text back. Yes, I always answer, I'm warm. Great. Great. If a guy is like saying, oh, you're not calling me, you're interested, like I think he has some insecurity problems, you know, like a empowered masculine man, like imagine a warrior. Do you think he's gonna be like, oh, I don't know? Like, no, he wants something, he's gonna get it. And if you're available for it, you're gonna say yes to the date. You're gonna say yes to the marriage. Yeah. Like this little baby boys who are afraid to ask for anything, like, no, we don't want them. Okay. So you've got those two steps of like being connected to your body and leaning back, which is the magnetism. And this is also what I taught my client, Nikki. Yeah, she led all of the steps, including the magnetism and leaning back. Yeah, so she attracted a male proposal. Okay, she's like taking on the best vacations, provided for, supported. And this is what we also had to work on the magnetism and creating the space in her relationship so that the man could step up. So I'm super happy for her, super proud of her. And before we end the call, we're still gonna have a Q&A. So also, ladies on Facebook, you can still put the questions in the chat, or you can put it in Zoom. So, for example, for Nikki, we also had to talk about the abundant mindset because she was actually dating a millionaire and she had unworthiness issues about that. Okay, so she was like not feeling worthy of that. So, abundant mindset, she wasn't fully a match to that. So, we had to kind of like work through that. Yeah, she's worthy of that. Like, yes, you get to be abundant, you get to have it, you get to be with this man. Communication. We work so much on communication, like how to talk in a feminine way, how to communicate things that a man can actually understand without fights, without destroying the relationship. Yeah. So this is what I taught her too in it. And we also talked about relationship skills, right? Like how to set standards, how to create the space, how to be magnetic, all of those things, ladies, I'm teaching you in this masterclass. My one-on-one clients have been learning and applying, and these are the results. So make sure to watch the masterclasses, to take notes, because it works. Okay. Okay. And if you want to get your men's proposal, okay, and you feel stuck, we're gonna do a Q&A afterwards still, so stay with me. I'm gonna be still answering questions, but just wanna make a little announcement here. So if you feel stuck, you feel like you don't have a men's proposal yet, you feel like, you know, you have the same types of average or broke guys, like, you know, just get professional support. Work with me, or just even book a free love audit call for free, you know, and I can already give you a customized tip. And then when you work with me, you first of all break the cycle and can get to your results of a men's proposal. And working with me saves you time, like lifetime. Just like my 70-year-old client, she spent her whole life figuring out how to date. She couldn't. Okay. She worked with me a year. She got a men's proposal from a man who was 75. But you know, you don't have to be 70 and spend your whole lifetime figuring it out. Why would you do this to yourself? Like, there are results available. There are my free content, my master classes, my courses, my group coachings. Like, just get the love of your life, a men's proposal, but not from some kind of stupid guy who's mean to you. No, you get to be with a man who's loving, who's devoted, who's committed, who's healthy, who provides beyond money. He provides for you, to love you, to, you know, my clients, the 70-year-old says, like, whenever she needs something, her husband says, what do you need, darling? Like, whatever you need, you know, I'm gonna do anything for you. Okay, so like a man who's like devoted, wanting to do anything and everything for her. Yes, ladies, I'm seeing more questions. I'm answering them in a second after my announcement. Okay, so again, oh yeah, here you can see this was the lady that was actually overweight. Okay, and we get rid of this limiting belief. In 2 months, literally, she got a men's proposal. From only attracting low effort, low income men to now having a rotation of high quality men who proposed. Yeah, you already saw Diana. Same with her. She was stuck for years in dating with horrible guys who were like not giving her even crumbs. Now a man who's devoted. Every time he comes from work, he's asking like, "Do you need anything?" Yeah. She also, like, I also have on YouTube a video testimonial with her. You can look up Nikki. You can look up Diana. They have shared video testimonials to like be more inspired. Okay. So if you want a men's proposal and you want to get it fast this year, next year, don't wait. Yeah, reach out to me for a free first love audit call. We can talk for free first. Of course, I can give you already customized advice and I can see how I can help you. And I can already give you a roadmap to your success, because all of those steps are important: abundant mindset, communication, relationships. But for you, it might be just one thing that we need to integrate or learn, and then it works. You know, it's like um sometimes it doesn't, you don't need to learn everything. You just need to have like one laser attention what's not working, and then you are attracting your men's proposal. So don't waste your time. Reach out to me for a private call with me. Okay, and then I will be able to help you figure out what's the blockage and how you can attract a men's proposal. Like, I'm just so excited about this because, ladies, it just works. I have clients since 4 years where they keep attracting men's proposal, getting married to great guys. So it's working. Okay, reach out to me and I know I can help you. Okay, and now let's get back to the questions, and you can reach out on my social media, Facebook, Instagram. You can send me an email. You know my email. You can see underneath my videos the link for a free love audit call. There's so many ways to contact me. Just contact me. Don't be shy. Okay. So the questions that you have put in the chat, we will answer them now. Okay, ladies, also on Facebook or YouTube, you can join me on Zoom to ask questions, or you can also put a question in the comments, but I'm not seeing any comments. I don't know if it's because of me. But yeah, let's go to the questions. If a man asks, what are you looking for? What do you answer? What are you looking for? Okay, are you looking for marriage? Then you answer marriage. So tell me, dear, what are you looking for? If you're looking for marriage, then you answer, I'm looking for my future husband. I know some coaches say, oh, don't scare the man away. Honestly, if he's scared of marriage, I want him to run because you are just wasting your time. Yeah, like, no. Like, if he doesn't want marriage, then yeah, don't even waste your time talking to the guy. Unless you want a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship, which I don't recommend. You know why I don't recommend it? I tell you why. Not even because of you. Because I know when you have a boyfriend, you're committed. You're gonna love him. You're gonna be loyal to him. You're gonna do everything from like he's your husband. But you know why I don't recommend it? Because the guy will treat you different. There is just something in a man's logical mind that he thinks a girlfriend is a placeholder. But when he says, it's my wife, he's gonna give all of him. His money, his emotions, his commitment, his family, everything he's gonna give to you because you are his wife. You know, there's just like something in this word in a man's brain where he's like, this is my wife. You know, when he's like talking to his colleagues, to his employees, to his friends, this is my wife. But when he's like, this is my girlfriend, it's in his brain, it's like, oh, placeholder. You might be like super devoted and committed to this guy, loving him, but he won't. That is why I am not a fan of girlfriend boyfriend. Because a man will not treat you the same like he treats you like a wife. First things. Secondly, you are legally, officially together, right? And you're legally protected. Yeah. He's like, he has to provide for you legally, like he even has to, right? Unless you earn like a lot. But even then, like you guys are legally, financially connected and you become like an official union. So this thing where a man fully commits legally in front of the government, in front of his friends and family, he's gonna treat you differently. And you also have legal financial advantages. So yeah, like go for marriage. And if a man isn't ready, he just wants to play around, then just let him go. Men also benefit from marriage because, you know, he's got to have a wife unless he isn't ready yet. I honestly didn't meet a man who said that my dream is to be always sleeping around. Like I didn't. They might do it because they are too broke to have a woman and kids, because they are too immature to have a true relationship. They might do it, but I never heard a man, even like those broke guys, say that it's my dream. I feel like such an honorable man to be sleeping around. Like honestly, I never heard this. Okay. Like usually, even the worst guys have this dream to be like a good man, a provider, stuff like this. So, um, yeah, he has to say he wants marriage or relationship, and you also better say that. Honestly, even if you don't want marriage and you just date, I do have a few clients who are in their early 20s and they ask me, what's the best dating style? I'm like, circular dating, but just on coffee dates. If you want some entertainment, sure. Don't have any intimacy with a guy because I don't want you to be attached to someone who isn't your husband. But like, go on dates, go on dinner dates, you know, like if you want to do it, do it. But even then, say that you want marriage, because then you'll be attracting much high quality men. Hello, Ellie. How and when or where can I make a quality network to attract millionaire? So, where do you live and what country do you live? For example, if I have a client, and I have a lot of clients from New York City too, I'm like, you're in the right place. Yeah, in New York City, you can go out to business events, you can go out to some by the way, in day one of the Become the One Masterclass, I also posted it on YouTube. You can, and also in my group, we watch it. We're talking about this topic too. But like business network events, okay. Like some luxurious places. Yeah, you even go on a work in like a nice neighborhood, and you have to smile and look at guys. Okay. Okay. So you're from Vietnam. Yeah. So there you can also go out to like more luxurious places. Yeah. And if I have clients who are hidden, and I have some clients who date long distance because they are in countries which they don't want to stay in, or maybe those little cities where there are just not so many affluent men inside, then you also get to date long distance. And I have like a whole my course long distance millionaire dating, you can check it out. I have like a whole from A to Z step-by-step process how to date long distance to attract a millionaire, but I'm gonna give you a few tips and tricks here. So you basically can just use the online dating apps. You can also use matchmaking, and then creating this emotional connection through video. It's harder though through video, but you can do it. You have to really be connected to your body and emotions. I have clients who do this, like who are able to create this emotional connection through video, and men literally fly to the half planet to see them because they mastered this magnetism. They mastered being able to be special, making the guy feel alive, that he's like thinking about her day and night. You know how maybe you had ever a crush, you felt like you thought about a guy day and night? This is how I want the men to feel. Or maybe you had like something super exciting going on and you couldn't like, we're so excited, you were thinking about this all the time. I want him to feel like this. And you have to have this effect on a man on a date, and also and also on video. Is it better to go to luxury place alone or with a girlfriend? Alone. Alone. And don't be glued to your phone. On your phone, you are busy and taken. If you really need to have something in your hands, have like a journal, you journal, and then here and there you can like smile like this, like you are approachable. Um, like a journal, or maybe like a book that looks like a journal and you like reading it a little bit, but here and there you are like smiling. Okay. It's better to go alone. Um, exactly. Or like online, there are also online business events. If you are having your own business, then great, it's your topic of interest. If it's not interesting you, well, there are business owners, okay? So ask questions. Be like, there are like also some groups, online groups, Facebook groups, or like Zoom links about like businesses, investment, stocks. Before I had my own business, I was also like I was I was not really interested in those stuff. Um, but you still get to join and ask some questions, and yeah. So there are also online forums, and since COVID happened, actually this becomes more and more normal. Yeah, and just like using dating apps, yeah, for long distance. The dating apps like Bumble, Hinge, just regular dating, you just have to filter more on those apps. Okay. But yeah, like luxury places and business events, like ladies, this is the number one tip: business event. Go to business events, paid business events, even though if you're not interested, go there if you can. This is the hotspot of successful men. The guys who just want to like, I don't know, have fun with you and buy, they're usually not on business. They're not building their lives. They are just like playing around in the clubs. Clubs, don't even try. Don't even go to clubs. Clubs, like nightclubs. No millionaire's gonna be on a nightclub. The younger ones are trying to build an empire, and the older ones are gonna be in luxury places. Like, don't even use bars and clubs. And the only thing you can do is like on the happy hour, like 6 p.m. around timing, in the city, you just like go to maybe There are some bars or like some hotel lounges. You can hang out there. But it's 6 p.m., not 12 p.m. 6 p.m. after the affluent men finish work. Okay, let me catch up with the questions if I missed anything. Can you tell any public figure who you think is the best embodiment of millionaire's wife? Let me think. I don't want to really say a word because I believe that it's not always like 100% fitting. But think about the women of the presidents, or think about the wives of the royal families in the world. Like maybe you have like seen the UK British royal family. You will never see the wife being like super scared and like hustling to do something. They're like mostly looking more relaxed. Yeah. Um, so go somewhere fancy like a nice restaurant and dress wealthy and smile. Yes, you can even dress normally. You don't need to dress wealthy. You can just you can if you want to, but you don't need to. You can just dress normally, but dress feminine. Like a feminine dress is good, something like this. And yes, and then you get to smile. Um, Smile and look away. This is like the offline dating flirting trip. You just smile and look away. And if you can't smile, if you're too shy, listen to something funny, like with your headphone. Should we put on our dating profile that we enjoy being pampered and taken care of? No, absolutely not. So my dating profiles, in my course How to Date a Millionaire and Long Distance Millionaire Dating course, I am talking about how to create a good dating profile. You can check it out, but absolutely not telling that you want to be pampered and taken care of. Don't. So basically, what I want you to put into the dating profile is like a few sentences about yourself and what you enjoy. Okay, that's like catch the magnetism. Um, you have to catch the magnetism first, and then you create the space, and then you create the requirement of entry. Why, ladies, do you think there is like this one ABC step process? Even in this masterclass, become the one. Yeah, you have to be magnetic first, and the guy has to like you first and like feel like, oh, like I really like to be around her. Then you create space, and he's like, I want more of her. And then when he's like enjoying so much with you, and then he asks to be exclusive, then you say, oh, by the way, I like to be provided for. By the way, I like to be pampered. By the way, I like to be committed forever. This is the only point where you ask for a lot of investment in terms of money, time, energy, full commitment. In the beginning, no, don't do this. Because he doesn't know you yet. Let me give you another example. So, you know how men love expensive cars who cost $100,000 to 300,000? Like they really want it, right? But then imagine you tell a guy, you tell him, oh, I have a car for you. And he's like, okay, what's this car? I'm not gonna tell you what this car is. You have zero idea. You don't know you don't know the name, you don't know anything about the car, but you have to pay 100,000 and then I give it to you. They're like, no, no, thank you. I'm not taking it. So he is available and willing to pay 100,000 for a Porsche, for a Ferrari, 200,000. He is willing and available because he likes it, he knows it. But when another person says, you get a car, but you don't know anything, and he will say no. So basically what I'm trying to say, he has to know you first. This is also on you, ladies. The millionaire, has to know you a little bit first, okay? And then once you follow the steps, when he's like loving it with you, then he is how can I say, this is your point where you can ask for whatever you want. Because he's addicted. Yeah, he's addicted. He loves to be around you. And if he's available for commitment, he's available for providing, he will do it, of course. Yeah, just like, and no, I am not a fan of like test riding the woman. Like, I'm not talking about sexuality. You should not have intimacy with any guy. I'm not even a fan of kissing until you're engaged. This is not what I mean. I mean talking, meeting on a coffee date. This is what I mean, okay? By the way, sexuality will not keep a man anyways. It's the emotional connection where you're connected to your emotions and to your body. But it's like when he kind of like sees that amazing car, he wants to have it, maybe he will test drive it, and then he's willing to pay. Same as honestly with dating. When he was on a coffee date with you and he felt so good and he's like, wow, this woman is special. I think about her all the time. Then this is the time where you tell him, but not in the profile. In the profile, you only say, um, how you feel. You only say, like in a story format something about you. For example, today, for example, you can always find me in a bookstore because I love reading books. Yeah, that's kind of like a little bit magnetic because you tell him what you like. But again, in detail, how to create a profile, it's in my course, How to Date a Millionaire and Long Distance Millionaire Dating. Ellie, do you think that watching crime shows lowers your vibration? Yeah, absolutely. Stop watching crime shows. Yeah, it definitely lowers your vibration. Like, no, don't be watching that. Make sure to watch only empowering content. If a wealthy man has taken you on 2 dates and planned it and paid for everything, and for the third date, he says he's busy and that he wants you to book the restaurant, should you do it? No. No, you don't do it. You tell him, I appreciate you asking me to plan and organize a date, sandwich mode. Okay. I appreciate you, positive, to ask me to plan a date, sandwich mode. However, this doesn't feel good to me. And then you end the statement with, is it okay if you could organize our dates? Yeah, that's it. Again, in my course, How to Talk to a Millionaire, this is the communication part. You learn how to communicate stuff like this, your boundaries in the situations like this. But yeah, no. He's booking everything. He's busy, then he doesn't get any date. Then you go out, you know what, with another man who plans the date. I think if before our relationship, I am, oh, okay, I already answered this. How long does it take to be in an abundant mindset? Honestly, it depends. It depends. For me, it took me quite a long time, but I was really traumatized. Like I really was traumatized. Like I don't know exactly what was the trauma, but I was really traumatized. It took me a couple of years, I would say 3 years, to fully move from like fear, like I'm telling you, trauma fear of like dying, scarcity, about money, not being able to use the word money because I was like triggered. If someone ever used the word money, I would like be like so scared. It was horrible. Like I really had a horrible abundant lack mindset, scarcity mindset. It wasn't just a thought. It wasn't just a conditioning. It wasn't just a belief. It was true trauma. So for me, it was a long time because I was truly traumatized. But I do have clients where they are actually good and they just need like to change one or two beliefs and then they become really abundant. So it really depends. Like for me, it was long time. It was still worth it. Then I had those 3 years of inner work and doing healing calls and all of that, which I'm also a trauma informed coach. So in my coaching sessions, I'm using that too if needed to kind of like help you overcome any trauma you might have around dating, around money. We're always having those three blockages, which is like the conditioning, what you saw with your family in childhood, surroundings, and trauma. Yeah. Surroundings is easy. Just if you have, like, for example, if you want to lose weight and your house is full of sweets, then maybe just get rid of them. If you want to be abundant and you have friends who only talk about money like this, like, oh, everything just got so expensive, I don't have any money, like, don't even talk to these friends anymore. Like, get yourself more empowered friends. And if you don't have any, then pay for masterminds. I did this since years. I paid for masterminds because I didn't have any empowered financially, family, friends, or neighbors. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna pay for a nice surroundings. And then conditionings, yeah. Conditioning is like changing the mindset, the beliefs. This is easier than traumas. Let me see the questions. How can I motivate myself to stop procrastinating and start working out while staying in my feminine? Oh, that's an amazing question. So, when I started working out, I kind of tried it like the masculine way, kind of like um having like certain numbers to hit, certain repetitions, certain weights, stuff like that, and like certain program in the gym, which still keep like a baseline program, because if you only work out what you like, you might get a, what is it called? Like, let's say you only work out, this happened to me. I only worked out one muscle group. You can guess which one it was. I'm not gonna say it, but I only worked at one muscle group because it was fun for me and I liked it. And then I had a muscle imbalance, and I had knee pain on one knee, and I went to a doctor, and he's like, "You have a muscle imbalance. Your thighs are too weak. Your inner thighs and your thighs are too weak. You have to work out everything, not only one muscle." I was like, "Oops." Yeah. So still follow like a proper program if you're in the gym, for example. However, what was good about that part is like I started working out my thighs and then everything was fine again. But what I learned about workout is when you enjoy it, it's in your when you're in your feminine, you get to enjoy it. Yeah. So I was like, I changed it up. I was like, okay, I'm gonna follow like what I'm supposed to work out to not create any imbalances, but I'm not gonna like push myself to the weights I'm supposed to do. I'm just gonna use the weights that feel comfortable for me. I started listening to podcasts, books, even YouTube videos that I really enjoyed during the workout. So I really liked it. I signed up in a gym that I really liked. I like people that I like. And basically, I made it positive for me. I made it like I was enjoying it. Okay. So this is how you can maybe it's an inspiration for you, but this is what I did. I basically made the gym like a playground. And yes, sometimes some other, like especially men, were like saying, how do you work out? Like, what? This is not professional workout. This is not how people work out. You're not supposed to be watching videos while you work out. You're not supposed to be like taking low weights. You're supposed to take like, I'm like, you know what? Just leave me alone. I'm doing it because it's fun for me. And I'm still having results. Maybe less than if I would like follow the proper hardcore plan, but I'm still having results. So it's good. This was like my thing. Okay. Um, if we don't have any questions, we're gonna wrap it up. But let me check YouTube quickly. So if we have any comments here. Okay, ladies. I don't know, I cannot see them. Hmm. Okay, ladies. So thank you so much for watching. I don't think we have any more questions, right? If you have any other questions, just drop it in the chat really quickly while I am quickly checking YouTube if there are any questions. Oh, yes, we have a questions. If you put money in a glass wine, you can see it every day. Yes, that's a good tips for abundance. Tips for guys. We have guys as watchers. This is so cool. Tips for guys. Like, no, sorry, no tips for guys here. Okay, good. Should I give a tip for guy now, right? No, we're staying with in our feminine world. When is your next Zoom? Oh, you're so sweet. Just stay in my world. I'm also live streaming quite a lot. And if you have any questions, you can always send me a question on also my email address. I can do a live stream about it, on YouTube for everybody to see, and your question will be answered. And also, if you want to talk to me directly about your personal life, again, you can schedule a free love audit call. I would love to have a chat with you. The link is gonna be underneath this video on Facebook or on YouTube, underneath this video. Check out the underneath this video here. Thank you for being an example for us. Love the red lipstick, dress, and nails. Beautiful home. Well, thank you so much. You're so sweet. This is why I'm doing this. For you beautiful ladies, I'm just so, so, so grateful for you here. And yes, this is what I have to do. I have to do this. And I'm gonna share with you this one thing. It's kind of vulnerable, but when I was in my down moment, it was 6 years ago. I was on the rock bottom, health-wise, financially, in relationships, I think actually in all my life areas. And I was just thinking, I was actually a bit angry at God and at everybody, why me? Why me? Why do I have to have such a horrible life? Everything is just really bad, really bad. I was why me? Why is it happening to me? And I know why. I was meant to get out of that. I was meant to turn it not only neutral, but into the best life. So I just got the point of contrast and I was able to turn it around, everything. My finances, my relationship life, my relationship with my family too, my health. And because I was able to turn it around, it become my calling to help other ladies, yeah, to level up in all of the life areas. But yeah, we're focusing a little bit on relationships here. But in my one-on-one, I'm definitely talking also about other topics if needed. So yes, that's why I'm doing it, because it's just my calling. I have to help others. I just can't stop, because I personally know how it is to be suffering in relationships and in other life areas. Yeah. Love you too, darling. Thank you so much. And yeah, again, I see you soon. Stay in my world. And if you want, sign up for a free love audit call, check out my courses, and I see you in the next Zoom call, live stream, or whatever is coming up.